Hey there, Ben here again with another quick watch review. This one is the Sinobi 9721, a little quartz guy that I got off of a website called Banggood. It's another thing kind of like AliExpress or Wish.com or something like that. Just another Chinese warehouse that goes through and sells you, watch pieces and clothing and other stuff like that. So as you can see here, this one is definitely a very strong homage to the Rolex Submariner, and we'll get into that a little bit later with regards to some of the things inside of it that relate to that. But let's just kind of talk about this one to start off with. So first of all, bought it for 20 bucks. Yeah, it's cheap, but it does the job. I mean, it depends on what kind of job you need it done. It does it from there. So the overall specs on the watch, we're looking at 42 millimeters from side to side. We're looking at 12 millimeters thick. That does not include the Cyclops that's over here. It takes it up to about 13 for that, but 12 millimeters thick. Then you looked at the wingspan of this guy from tip to tip over here is going to be 50 millimeters wide. And then your lugs right here are 22 millimeter lugs, excuse me. As you can see, it is a quartz movement. It's kind of an homage to the Submariner Hulk. It's not a good homage, I'll definitely give you that, but it is also 20 bucks. So there you go. Just kind of look at some stuff. It is just glass. There's nothing, there's no mineral, there's no hardlex, there's nothing, it's just glass. There's a nice little Cyclops right here, which does help out with reading the date, especially for those of us who have old man eyes. Let's see what else is on this thing we can take a look at. The original watch came with, let me just put this down here real quick, came with this bracelet. I took it off. First of all, I didn't like it. You can see here it's got the press clasp right there, just a single button deployant. The thing that I didn't like about it is, first of all, there's no real micro adjust here. You've got basically, you know, the way it is right here, there's not much to really work with. There's one spot difference. But also, when I wore it, it just sounded so cheap and it made a lot of noise. So I took that off and I put on a different band with it. But you can see here, there's a ton of flex that goes along with this thing, and just, it is cheap. So I got rid of that one. Yeah, 20 bucks, what do you expect? And I put it onto this fake leather that I got from, and you can see it says Naviforce right here. If you saw my review that I did a little bit ago on that aviator dial that I have, that's what it came off of. So I think the 9450 or something like that is the model number on. But I took that off, put it onto this one, and I feel like it's a lot better. It's fake leather, but you know, hey, it does the job. So what else about this thing? 316L stainless steel. It says water resistant on that. I don't know if I believe it. That is not a screw-in crown right here. It comes out very easily. There is just a push-on case back right here that's not screwed on in any way. It's, you know, I haven't even taken it apart because I don't want to ruin any of the quote-unquote waterproofing that's in there. You know, I wouldn't trust it into anything more than being splashed, to be honest with you. So what else? You can see it does have a unidirectional bezel. However, this unidirectional bezel has a ton of play in it. Ready? Here we go. Oh yeah, that backs up quite a bit whenever you lock it in. So here we'll put it at 12 and then we'll push it backwards and it goes, you know, definitely a few minutes backwards. So it's definitely got a ton of play to this with regards to it. You can hear it's kind of squeaky. And yeah, it's not a good quality. It's just not, but it's a cheap watch. What'd you expect when you bought it, Ben? Well, I expected to have a little bit of fun with it. So one of the things that did differ in the ad that I saw versus what I actually got, you can see it does have on the dial there, it does have a nice, you know, kind of radial pattern to it. When you start to turn around, you can see that green kind of moves around and gives you a nice radiance to it. And the picture showed that this green here matched this green here. It definitely does not, and that's okay. You know what? If I really wanted to have some fun with it, I could double the price of the watch and buy a new bezel insert, but I'm not going to do that. It's just totally not worth it. This is a complete Saturday beater watch that I wear out if I need to do something. I don't care if this thing gets scratches on it. You know, I just beat the tar out of it if I need to. It's not something that I'm going to hold on to and, you know, kind of baby along, you might say. I did mention that it is somewhat of a Submariner homage, and that's one of the things that comes along with it is also the lume. It does have a mixture of the BGW9 as well as the C3 that's in there, so you have the blue-green mixture. I think they put one coat on it. I'm not really sure, because when you turn off the lights and you look at it, the lume lasts for about a minute. That's about it. Seriously. That's all you're going to get out of this thing is 1 minute worth of lume. But there is one thing that I do really want to talk about with the watch, and is that it is this quartz movement. Even though we don't see that they're lining up with the registration marks here as it kind of goes along, I'm really shocked in the fact that this quartz movement is by far the most accurate quartz movement of anything that I have. I set this watch 3 months ago, lined it up to atomic time, and it is only 1 second off right now, 3 months later. Just absolutely amazed by how accurate that quartz movement is. It's kind of strange to see something this cheap, that accurate. So if you're looking for a good, cheap, accurate watch that you don't have to worry about, this one is definitely the case here. You can also see on the dial there, it does have a little bit of the rip off there where it does say the superlative chronometer, or officially certified. Yeah, who knows what. I love how it says water resistant, but it doesn't tell you how far it's water resistant. Yeah, all right, whatever. It's a good, cheap watch. So, if I had to spend 20 bucks over again when I do that, no, I wouldn't buy this watch over again. It was just something that I wanted to try out as a cheap watch to see what it is. There's other stuff that's out there. I think that would be, save up, instead of spending 20 bucks on a cheap watch, maybe you save those 20 bucks up for a little bit and buy a $60 watch and get something that's nice, get something that is going to be a little bit more robust than this one. I get the feeling that if this one were to get dropped on the ground, something like that, you'd get beat up pretty quickly, and it may not even work. Who knows? I've had it for about a year now. I bought it back in July of 2018. And, I've been wearing it around here and there, but I haven't really stressed this watch out too much, just because, it's not that much of a big deal. But just wanted to throw up a quick review on it so that you get a chance to see what is a really cheap watch out there. What does it go for? What does it look like? How does it work? Is it worth the time to spend 20 bucks on something super cheap, or do you spend 100 bucks? You know what? For the price, for 20 bucks, yeah, it's not bad. Would I save it? Would I buy it again? No, I wouldn't. I'd save up, because I think there are better watches out there for 1,600 bucks. Get a Timex. Go out there and get something from Casio that's out there. There's the Casio Duro out there that's for a really good watch. That's the same thing. It's a quartz movement dive watch with a whole bunch more for 40 or 60 bucks. So there's a lot more out there. So don't waste your time on something like this. Thanks for tuning in. Please leave some comments down below here so that I know a little bit about what your thoughts are on buying super cheap watches.